When it comes to the controversial subject of creation and creationism, typically most people think that there really are only two positions, young earth creationism or old earth creationism, and that the debate covers things like, well, does the Hebrew word yom mean a 24-hour day or something else? Or does bara, to create, mean creation from nothing? The reality is that the whole debate is a lot more complicated than that. There's a lot more variety when it comes to people landing in places and taking positions when it comes to how to read Genesis 1 and 2 and understand what the Bible talks about when it comes to creation. Do we have a literal description of events that are actual occurring in real time? Or do we have real-time events that are described in figurative, non-literal language? Do we have, on the other hand, an ancient means of describing real events, where it's really not literal or figurative, but we have sort of the product of the ancient mind describing things that really happened? Another position would be that creation, as we have it in Genesis 1 and 2, isn't really about what we think of as creation, but it's about God framing and forming his own abode. After all, the cosmos is God's dwelling place, and the earth is just part of that. So, is that what we have? Several of those views transcend the whole literal versus non-literal kind of thinking, but it's important to realize that all of them are about how should the text be understood. No one is really taking a position like I just described to ask the question, how do we make science happy? And really, the question of does science even matter or how does science matter is a big deal. Should we try to reconcile Scripture with science or science with Scripture? Which one should we sort of bend to our will to come out with a position that helps us honor the text, but also deal with scientific data? Or perhaps science isn't even in the picture at all, and what the ancient writer is doing is sort of independent of any scientific question. For a lot of people, though, picking a position here really becomes an issue of biblical inspiration and authority. And that's sort of unfortunate because all of the positions within the believing Christian world, the world of evangelical high views of Scripture, aren't really picking, is the Bible inspired, is it authoritative or not? They're all trying to get to the heart of the matter. How do we understand the text? And historically, the positions that are available to us to think about have been held before. Many good people with a very high view of Scripture that want to honor God and honor the text have taken many different positions. There should be unity among us when it comes to creationism, but not necessarily uniformity.